You work as an interior designer, which is a competitive field full of bright people. How do you set yourself apart from everyone else and make yourself the best choice in your market? The answer is marketing that is constant and aimed. This book will show you how to run a successful interior design business. Marketing is anything you do or say to a possible customer that lets them know what you have to offer. When a customer meets you or your brand, they either have a good or bad opinion of you or your brand. That can be how your phone is answered or not answered, if someone comes to your store or website, or if they just look around. So, the first step is to understand your business and brand by writing down your unique selling proposition, USP, and value proposition. Every touch point or contact you have with a client can either add to or take away from your value in their minds. For example, if customers working with you could go to your website, log in, and get real-time updates on the project and delivery times, you would increase the value of what you offer. Those artists who carefully think about this can charge top dollar for their work. Getting in touch with possible clients. How do you approach a possible client now that you know what your business has to offer? Start by finding out how you know the possible client. Before you start talking, ask yourself these four important questions. Do they recognize you? Do they know about the things you offer? Do they know about the trouble they're having that you can help them solve? Do they know that there are ways to help them solve their problems? It's important to know these answers because they are similar to the question, how do you start a sales conversation with your prospects? How do you start a conversation with a customer that will help you connect with them and make your sales and marketing work better? Show them your USP and explain why your business is different. When you know how to make a good sales talk, you can get as many prospects as possible interested in your message, your sales letter, or your sales video. Setting itself apart from the rest. Digital marketing is used by everyone, so how can a creator stand out from the crowd? This is what I asked my coworker Ken Lewis, who is a managing partner at Client Expander, a digital marketing firm that only works with design companies. He was kind enough to share the things he had learned from helping his clients grow their businesses for more than 20 years. Ken said that the first thing you should do is get rid of your fear, confusion, and doubt. Marketing doesn't promise results, but there are things you can do to make your marketing work better and get more for your money. Being constant is the most important thing. Make a plan for marketing and then stick to it and keep doing it. Over time, you will get what you put into it. Key elements to successful digital marketing. Presentation. Give a good experience by having good images, a current, interesting, and professional-looking website, and regular updates with new material. Optimization. Make it easy for people to find you by using search engine optimization, SEO, and HOWs, directory optimization, among other tactics. Promotion. Create and share material on social media, email marketing, and blogs so that your potential clients can see it. Advertising. Use highly focused paid search and social media ads to make your marketing efforts go further. But marketing is more than what meets the eye. Marketing is a game of numbers, and you never know how the numbers will turn out. You could send out 1,000 pieces of direct mail and still not hear back. Or you could choose a small group of highly qualified prospects to call personally and possibly get several new clients. It's because of this unpredictability that marketing is so hard. Even if you do your study and write your pitch with care, you can't be sure you're talking to the right person at the right time. So, you need a good marketing plan that includes more than one strategy so that you don't put all of your eggs in one box. Create a foolproof marketing plan. Look at your situation right now. Aside from not being consistent and persistent enough, the most common reasons why designers don't get good results from their marketing efforts are: budget isn't enough. Efforts that don't cost much usually have a low rate of return. To make money, you have to spend money. Marketing is a way to spend in getting more business in the future. Lack of strategy. Make a marketing plan for your first 90 days based on the answers to these questions. Who is your perfect customer? When do you think they are most likely to hire a designer? How can you most likely reach them? What will make them want to talk to you? Not keeping track of results. Just like with any other plan, you need to change your marketing approach and efforts based on how well they work. Write down the information and compare it to see which methods or words work best. Move your time and money to those things and stop doing the things that aren't working. Do you spend at least 10 hours a week on marketing? If you want your business to be healthy and grow, you need to sell it. Year after year, our polls showed that about 8 out of 10 designers either did no marketing at all or spent less than 4 hours a week on marketing. Also, most of them didn't have a marketing budget or plan. You could also hire a professional marketing firm to handle your marketing needs instead of putting in 10 hours a week. They can take a big load off your shoulders when it comes to marketing, but you or your team will still need to take care of some things. For example, you or your team will need to send the agency images of your new project, and if you want to, help plan the content for social media, blogs, or newsletters. Are you getting marketing ROI? One of the first things you need to do to track your return on investment, ROI, is to know how much you spend on marketing. At its most basic, ROI compares how much you pay to how much more money you make because of it. But for service companies, marketing attribution is hard to figure out by nature. Did you get the sale just because of the referral, or did the referred client already know about you because they had seen your name online for years? And did that engineer recommend you because of past work, or because you post regularly on LinkedIn and keep your brand in mind? ROI can be measured in 3 main ways. Who knows what you're like? This has to do with how popular you are on social media, how many likes you get, and how many people follow you. Who is bringing you up? Here you can look at shared posts, suggestions, and comments on posts. Using tools for social statistics, you can track your growth. Who does your business serve? This means asking the basic questions. How did you hear about us? Why did you pick our business? You can even get more specific and ask them if they've looked at your website, social media, or blog, if you have one. Keep track of how they heard about you once you know how. Put it into a spreadsheet to see what kind of marketing brings in the most customers. ROI is calculated by taking the net profit and dividing it by the total amount invested times 100. So, if you have a net loss, your return on investment will be negative. Once you know which marketing efforts bring in the most money, you can put your time and money into those. Look over your current marketing plans. In a story from Entrepreneur, there was a great quote that said, "If you don't know your customers, clients, you might as well give most of your marketing budget to charity." Look at how well your marketing plan worked for you last year. Did you reach your goals for your new business? Did the money you made make up for the time and money you spent on marketing? Use Google Analytics to find out how well your marketing plan is working. In Analytics, you can set up conversion goals and gather useful data to track how your campaign is going. SMART goals are one way to figure out if your marketing plan worked. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Your firm's purpose and culture should be in line with your SMART marketing goals. When you have a plan with goals that can be measured, you can figure out the return on investment, ROI, of your marketing, which should keep you in check. After you've looked at where you are now and how your marketing plan is going, it's time for the big step, making a foolproof marketing plan. Create a 3-step marketing plan that can't be changed. First, a word of warning about doing your own marketing. Ken Lewis of Client Expander says, "Marketing is not rocket science." However, he warns, it can be complicated. This is especially true in digital marketing, where there are many pitfalls if you do it yourself. It is a good idea to hire a firm that you can send your marketing work to, or that can help you with your own marketing. Find someone who knows how to do interior design and gets what you want. Then let them show you how to do that best through marketing. Ken says it works better, takes less time and responsibility from you, and makes you more money in the long run. Stage 1. Planning your position. Nick May, who runs the show The Chaise Lounge, says that the first step is to ask yourself what it is about your business that makes people want to try it out and trust that you'll do a better job than the competition. What makes you the best choice? Is there a service you offer that says, "We're better than the competition, and that's in our DNA"? That is your USP, or unique selling point. Celebrate what makes your business different from your competitors and make sure your clients know all about it. The next step is to figure out who your perfect customer is. Have you thought about who your dream client or target market is, as well as the people and businesses who could be good sources of referrals? Once you've found this group, make sure you have a database with past and present clients, people you've met but haven't done business with yet, business tools, suppliers, and anyone else you've done business with or know personally. Last, get good at what you do. You need to know the medium and the people who use it to know how to position yourself, what kind of content to make, and how to talk to your prospects successfully. Take the time to find out what your market is interested in and how they use social media. Also, learn about the platforms you plan to use, even if you plan to hire a tech-savvy freelancer or digital marketing company to do the hard work. Step 2. Put your marketing plan into action. First, plan your marketing schedule and budget during the implementation stage. Planning for the whole year can be overwhelming, so a simple way to plan your marketing goals is to break them up into small bites. To do this, lay out a calendar for the next 3 months on a big piece of paper, starting with January. You can use a schedule on your computer, but for this kind of creative thinking, paper, pencil, and those wonderful sticky notes often work better. Next, decide on the best marketing jobs and do them well. Here is a full list of ideas for marketing. How many jobs are you planning to photograph? Do you know a good shooter who can take photos of buildings or rooms? If not, ask your friends what you should do. Even better, if you want to be published in a certain shelter magazine, find a local shooter who has already been published in that magazine. If your work fits the style of the magazine, your shooter may be able to help you get it published. Include yourself in some of the photos you take of your project, like when you're putting the finishing touches on the installation. And if you don't know how to style your own photos, ask the shooter to suggest a stylist. Show homes. Larger companies usually take part in show homes because they have the people and money to do so. A show home takes as much time as any other project, and sometimes even more, because you have to find people ready to lend you materials and furniture and organize the team. Also, if you spend time and money on this, you need a plan for how to get the most out of it. You should put marketing items in the show home and, if possible, hire people to work there so people can talk to them. If the show home is featured in a magazine, you can buy extra copies and send them with your stickers to local realtors, architects, builders, general contractors, and past and present clients. Continuous contact. If you want to stay in touch with your current and past clients, plan events, and add a line item to your budget for gifts and cards. Website update. If you haven't changed your website in more than 3 years, you should put money aside for this change. Make sure you give yourself enough time to get ready and look over the materials for your website update. If you want to print a new project in a magazine, don't put the photos on your website or online until the project has been published. Also, make sure you know how long after the project has been published you can put the photos on your site. Online sites. House is often the first result when someone looks for an interior designer in their town, so it's important to be at the top of their directory listings. Whose is popular not just with middle-class people, but also with C-suite executives and people with a lot of money. Make sure to keep up with your house page. Hire a marketing pro to help you with Who's optimization if you want to stand out from the crowd. How well do you know the book you're writing? Can you fill a small book with what you know? Great. Make one. This is sometimes the best way to interest people in your business, and there are many easy-to-use ways to make it a bestseller on Amazon. Nonprofit. Give money to a nonprofit in your area. A little good luck never hurts anyone, and your kindness can also bring people from your neighborhood to you. Social media. When you post on social media, do it often. Just make sure to keep an eye on your Yelp and Google business profile pages and other places where customers leave reviews. Whether the review is good or bad, it can help you figure out what customers like and don't like, and when you need to fix things with unhappy customers. You can also talk about how some of your clients have done well. People are more likely to do business with you if they have someone to compare themselves to. Make sure you have time for PR as well as marketing. Some sites for PR are print media. If your work has never been published before, a neighborhood or regional newspaper or magazine is a good place to start. This could be a home decor or living magazine, a Sunday magazine supplement, or the home section of a newspaper. Consider sending your work to a national magazine if you are an experienced designer with a strong portfolio, a few well-known clients, and maybe even some design awards. Ask yourself these questions about TV shows to figure out if they are a good part of your marketing mix. Does the show mean something to you? Will the publicity make your brand look good? Can you use the show to show what your business stands for? Do you understand how it works? Can the TV show open doors to other chances? Will the experience be fun, difficult, and worthwhile? Podcasting. In the digital age we live in, PR isn't just about being mentioned on the radio or TV, in a newspaper or magazine, in a press statement, or at an event. Statista says that podcasting is now a major form of media, with 164 million people in the US alone listening to podcasts every month. Podcasting brings you and your business to life with voice and music, not just still pictures and words. It's a great way to get to know the people you want to reach on a human level. Stage 3. Monitoring and maintaining. After you've done your marketing jobs, you need to keep an eye on how they're going. Keep an eye on the data and set conversion goals to find out what works best and what seems like a waste of time. For instance, a conversion goal could be for someone to call, fill out the contact form, visit the contact page, or look at more than 3 pages on the website, so you can keep track of what business is real. Make deals with businesses that are related to yours so you can share customers. Depending on what you sell or provide, you may be able to find other companies to work with. Try to find ways to share access to customers by working together. Invite a few of your dream clients to lunch, wine, coffee, etc., and ask them what they think. Tell them you value their opinion and want to make sure you're selling to people like them. Would they be willing to help you come up with ways to do that? Have a list of possible ideas ready to start the conversation, and then talk about other ways to reach clients like them. Don't forget to add asking for recommendations. When making your marketing plan, keep in mind that it's not a one-size-fits-all process. It's about building relationships. It's about making long-term connections, which means staying in touch with people throughout the year. Make up new ways to reach out to past, present, and future clients. Don't forget to include vendors, builders, real estate agents, architects, financial planners, real estate lawyers, etc. as possible referral sources in your marketing plan. Even if you're too busy with jobs, you should always be marketing. Many designers think that marketing is something you do when you have time. Most of the time, we're focused on finishing projects, and when we're not busy, we look for work and try to market for quick results. Marketing is not something you do when you have time and want more work. You make a plan with a budget that includes marketing actions for the whole year, both when things are slow and when they are busy. A service can handle your marketing while you work on other things. Evaluation of marketing at the middle of the year. Every 6 months, ask yourself, 1. Have you found your dream customer, target market, sources of referrals made a database? 2. How will you reach out to people and use this information as part of your plan for marketing? 3. Have you been consistent? 4. Do you provide valuable information when you connect? 5. Do you measure your results? How to make your website work for you. When people find your website, it's important to think about their first views. This is often your first chance to tell people about your brand. People will bounce from your site in a matter of seconds if they don't like what they see. Here are some ways to keep people coming back to your site. Create a video. Make a movie that shows off who you are. People will remember you better because of this. Keep it between 30 seconds and 3 minutes long. When you share it to YouTube, be sure to put the URL of your site and the main keyword phrase you want people to use to find you in your city in the description. Make sure the movie is made by professionals and put it on your homepage. List your businesses. Find neighborhood sites like Facebook groups in your area and add your business listing to them. LinkedIn is another great place to list your business and connect with other area businesses and influential people. Digital marketing companies make Google happy by using a process called Nike to make sure that your business is listed in as many directories as possible with the same name, address, and phone number. Focus on content. Make sure that your information is up to date and useful. You can talk about an interesting project you're working on or one you finished. Use a lot of pictures and short lines to keep your reader interested. It's important to stay the same. Social media. The new town square is social media. Every social site has its own personality, strengths, and way of doing things. Find out where your audience is and make content for that site. Instagram is great for people who like to show off their best work and way of life through pictures. Facebook is a great way to reach people who were born before 1985. Share great material and link to it. TikTok gives you access to a wide range of people. Use short movies to tell your story. LinkedIn is a way for professionals to find each other. Become a thought leader. Twitter is a great way to get in touch with C-suite leaders and tech bros. Share cool ideas and post news about the industry. YouTube is a great way to reach everyone because it is owned by Google and shows up in their search engine results. Share longer videos like interviews, walkthroughs, and properly shot promotional videos. Targeted advertising can be used to boost all social media, which is a great way to reach the people who matter to your business. Newsletter. Sign up for an email service like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, or another one. You can get email addresses by giving away a free report or checklist. Don't forget about your new collection. At least once a month, you can send out messages. Keywords and SEO. Don't think that people will just find your site by chance. People use search tools to find what they want on the internet because there are so many sites. Your chances of showing up in search results will be higher if you use keywords that are clear and consistent and do everything you can to improve your SEO. Having new material is important if you want to be at the top of search results. The site needs to have a good user experience, a responsive, mobile-friendly design, all the necessary improvements, and a good speed performance. Google's page speed tool tells you if your site meets Google's basic mobile score requirement of 51/100ths. You can test your site for free to see if it does. If your site doesn't do well, it could be because you used a do-it-yourself editor like Squarespace, which always does badly, or because your code or images are too heavy and need to be optimized. If you want to optimize your site, you should talk to an optimization pro instead of a web creator. Hire professionals. You didn't get into interior design to learn everything there is to know about business. Focus on what you're good at and hire people who are good at what they're good at. You rely on doctors, lawyers, and accountants for their understanding and experience, and you can do the same with a marketing agency. Design-focused agencies are the best way to get a good return on investment, ROI. The feedback loops and team support that are built into the agency model are not available to freelancers. Testimonials. Use what your clients have said about you. People believe what other people say, and they will value what your past clients have to say. Always ask for permission first, but if you can, add recommendations to your site. When your clients agree, it's best to use their full names. Write keyword-rich image descriptions. By writing a beautiful account of each project in your portfolio, you can help people picture their lives and see how you can help them get the right look. Use things that can be seen, heard, and felt to bring them into the copy. If you know the kind of person you want to write to, it's much easier to write straight to that person. Don't write about yourself or anyone else. You want them to see themselves in the world you're making. This will not only help the people who visit your site, but it will also help your SEO. Know your analytics. Learn about the data of your website. Your stats will tell you what people like on your website by looking at how many people visit each page, how long they stay on each page, and where they click next. The longer someone stays on your site, the better. Marketing experts keep track of data and use them to come up with ideas for making a website better. To make sure people can find you online, you have to keep working at it. To stay popular and ranked online, which is a big part of keeping your interior design business growing, you have to work at it regularly. Take advantage of social media's power. There's no doubt that social media has become a big way to market, keep in touch with the public, and help customers. Most businesses, no matter how big or small, need to be on social media and have a website. But social media is not for you if you get most of your clients through referrals and personal contacts, don't want to work on projects outside of your immediate area, are happy with your current level of business, think marketing is a waste of time and money, are scared of technology or the idea of having an online presence, or worry that competitors or DIYers will steal your designs. When done right, social media marketing can add a lot of value to your business by getting people talking about it and sending them to your website. As with any kind of business, you need a plan to get started. You need to know exactly what you want to do, what your goals are, and how much time and money you are willing to spend to get there. Social media is a great place to show off your USP or unique selling proposition. Think about how you want to be seen and make material that fits with that. Think carefully about the content you make for each site. When you make a post, you want people to know it's from you even if they don't see your name or brand. Give your business a personality that will help people remember it. Best social media platforms for interior designers. There are always new social media sites popping up online. Some are better for certain things than others. So where should you spend your time and money on marketing? Some marketing experts will tell you to play it safe and put yourself on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. The better, the more eyes. That's a good way to brand yourself, but it probably won't work unless you have a social media expert who keeps all those sites updated. Most designers might start with Instagram, but keep in mind that your audience could be on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, or TikTok.